There we go. What's going? Hi, Monkey Butt. Hello. What you're gonna get from me is a boring ass all black shirt today. Why? Because I'm salty as fuck. That's why. I took $700. I built it to over $60,000 yesterday. It was gonna open well over 100 grand. I was gonna take that, sell it, buy puts, because I knew the shorts were gonna hammer it down before Keith's video today. Collect a crap load of money, buy back in with a whole bunch of calls, and mathematically I would have finished with probably around $20 million. And then I'll retire and not sell a single share of the GameStop I own, and probably exercised and gotten tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of more of them. But for the second time in 3 weeks, the GameStop board, woohoo, decides to fuck us in the ass while we're about to put tens of millions of shares in the money on a Friday and cause one hell of a gamma squeeze. This is done on purpose to kill the squeeze. They're killing the squeeze. That's it. The board, Ryan Cohen, are killing the squeeze. Don't tweet things like shorts are fucked if you're not going to actually fuck them. Who cares about your long-term strategy and long-term plans if any time the shareholders are about to get a win, you fuck them. Stop it. Just stop it. Let us get our win. Let us load up on shares. Let us feel victory for once, for crying out loud. Why do you need to now have $5 billion in cash on hand? You haven't announced a single merger. You haven't announced a single acquisition. You just diluted again and again and again. It's so pointless. There's nothing that was filed this morning before open that couldn't have been filed Tuesday when you did the earnings call. You could have just waited a couple of days and made, instead of $5 billion, you made $10 billion, $30 billion, right? Just stop. This is the third time where I was one trading session away from retirement, and Ryan Cohen submits a filing that absolutely murders my entire play. You know how hard it is to take $700 and turn it into $60,000 in like 10 days? It's fucking brutal. It's hard. It's really hard. And if you're going to take that and make one final grand play and be like, all right, sweet, I never have to work for anyone again. Well, you don't have to worry about that, Mr. Billionaire. Huh? Do you? No. You don't have to worry about that at all. You just, still I'm worth billions of dollars. So that's cool. You made your nut, dude. It's a giant deal for the rest of us to see 60 grand, 100 grand, whatever, just vaporize in an afternoon because you decided to dilute some more shares because I've got this grand plan I'm not telling anyone about. It's just pointless. It's pointless. I'm in this for a squeeze. That's what I'm in this for a squeeze. And if you're going to keep murdering the squeeze when it's about to happen, then what's the point of any of it? I don't care about your 6 to 10 year plan. I want to be retired now. Dude, seriously, quit bending us over on a Friday afternoon when tens of millions of shares are going to go in the money. It's pointless. It's stupid. You don't need to do it. Stop it. Do it on a Tuesday. Do it on a Wednesday. For crying out loud. It's just the most frustrating, aggravating, stupid, moronic thing you could possibly do to your shareholders. Do you know what was happening yesterday? Millions of dollars a minute were being spent on premiums for call options yesterday. And where'd all that money go? Into Citadel's pocket. Because all those options went out of the money by the time people woke up. You just gave Citadel billions of dollars in cash for what? We're going to sell 35 million more shares so we can make some more billions of dollars. You already have your billions of dollars, dude. My God. It's just so frustrating. Your job as CEO is to generate value for shareholders. And as shareholders are about to generate some value, you just smack them down. Just fucking A, dude. Stop it. Let us have our gamma squeeze, man. Let it happen. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. It's not fucking hard to do. You just don't file anything for one day. Just don't file. Don't file. Just wait a day. Wait till Monday. Wait till Tuesday. Wait till Wednesday. Just wait one day and don't make it on a Friday when the options chain is about to explode. Anyway. I need a dark and depressing intro. I don't have one, so I'm just going to do the normal one. Yeah, all this like, oh, I'm playing 4D chess, 64D chess, oh, I'm playing chess or playing checkers. It doesn't take rocket science. It's buy and hold, gamma squeeze. That's all you need. Those two things. Buy and hold, gamma squeeze, done. You don't need to do all the other stuff. Well, Rory Kitty, I think, was thrown for a loop too. I think that's why he was late to his show, because they're trying to figure out what the hell to talk about, because they couldn't talk about the thing he was going to talk about today because of the dilution. And so he came on with his like little bandage thing. He was like, and you know, he cracked some jokes and he pointed out that, you know, the market's tanking and he has nothing to do with it because he hasn't sold any of his shares. And I think he did a good job, like pointing out E-Trade, like I can go at any minute now. I'm like, blink, I don't need you. So yeah, it was funny. I was just too salty to really truly enjoy it. Like, just so anyway, what's on your minds? Zima Governor was here first. Fantastic. Hans R, Chris Range, Lee Sa. Chris Range, everyone must be down about the price action today. Just a smidge. Just a teensy bit. Just a skosh. A scratch, a pinch, a dram, as it were. Larry Dubs, can you play RK's HTML threat? Yeah, it's I can leave your brokerage at any moment and you will lose billions of dollars as a client. That's his threat. He's like, look, when this thing pops, I will exercise. There'll be billions of dollars in my account and I'll be gone and I will take all of your clients with me. That's basically what he was threatening. Larry Dubs isn't down. Well, good for you. At least I saw anyone taking advantage of the drop to grab more shares and calls. No, because all my money was in my shares and calls that dropped. So, yeah, starting all over again for the third time in a month. All right, keep it breezy. Dang it, just dang it. I hope we took profit on some of the calls. Couldn't, because the calls were sitting after hours when you can't sell calls. All right, G-Font. Y'all might be mad about the options play, but they did raise another $2 billion today. Thrill the share owner. Cool. Yay. Woohoo! Yippee skippy. They raised another several $1 billion. To do what? Some merger. Sweet. Some acquisition. Awesome. That was already planned to begin with back in August. Ian Clare, short-term major pain for long-term gain. No. I don't think you understand. I was 8 hours away from having generational wealth. 8 hours. 8 hours from having generational wealth where myself, my siblings, my children, grandchildren, who have never had to worry about anything in their entire lives. They could be the softest, lamest people in the entire world, name themselves after, like, I don't know, luxury vehicles. And no. I would have been able to buy probably 7,000 calls by about 11:30 a.m. Eastern time today if they had not posted dilution. But I had 7,000 calls by that point. 7,000. But no, now I'm down to 5. I got 5 call options again, starting all over. Just, god damn it. Odds are, it can't be down if you don't sell. No, you can, because I still have all my shares and I'm down a lot. Hey, Metchler. Off trying to be positive and for real, the mayor of Waitsville, but this one hurt. Yeah. I mean, twice in 3 weeks, dude. On a Friday. What the fuck are they thinking? Seriously, I want to be able to sit in that boardroom, or at least read the minutes or something of their board meeting, and be like, you know what we should do? If the stock's about to fly, we should dump tens of millions of shares right before tens of millions of shares go in the money. That's what we should do. Why don't you make this announcement on Wednesday so that people could do things about their options, right? Like, give us the opportunity to make our play. Like, oh, well, they're diluting. It's Wednesday, so maybe these options won't go in the money on Friday, so maybe I won't load up on options that are already in the money. All my options, every single option I had was in the money last night. Before close. Every single one. Every last goddamn one of them was in the money. You think I would have kept them if I knew that they were going to dilute 45 million shares? No, make that post on a Wednesday, dude. Make that filing on a Wednesday. Don't send billions of dollars in premiums to your arch nemesis Citadel every fucking Friday by diluting. It's just so stupid. It's the dumbest thing. You're stupid. You gave Citadel more money than you made off of your sale of your shares. Okay. I need to center my chi, man. I wanted to crack that Martinelli so bad today. I had this huge plan. I probably had a giant plan, just like Keith Gill had a giant plan for his show, and it got like just tossed into the shredder, and then you just got to be Bibbledy Goofy man for the next hour, because what else are you gonna do? Your entire plan is gone to shit because the board keeps selling more shares for some reason. Okay. False flags hype about the cash. Cool. Bacon. Need grandma with 100 shares to make it. I know she doesn't have much, and I know she'll turn out on top of the mansion and all the Ovaltine powder she could ever drink. Hold. Saw. Nice Larry Dubs. Ian Clare. Just remember, regardless of how much you lost, Orange Kitty lost 220 million today. Orange Kitty still has 220 million, so who gives a shit? He already has his nut. I want my nut. It's my turn to have a nut. Give me a goddamn nut. He has generational wealth. He's got 20 generations of wealth already. Cool. Fantastic. I want my turn. I want to, lounge on a beach and do those things. Steve Latham, Houston. What a shit show of a day. Ryan Cohen has now pulled an Adamiran twice with his poorly timed share dumps, and Roaring Kitty acted like a doofus on stream. I think Roaring Kitty acted like a doofus on stream on purpose. I think it was to be like, look at me, I'm a clown. And the SEC investigators will be like, well, this guy's a clown, so obviously he has nothing to do with why the shares are moving the way they are. Yeah, he's just pointing out that he's a class clown who happens to have made hundreds of millions of dollars in 2 trades. So, yeah. Ian Clare, major takeaway from RK is major faith in Cohen and company. If he's bullish, we're on the right side. It's great. I do think the company will be something big in the long term. I'm just sick of the long term. It's been years already. I want my now. I want my now to come now. I'm sick of waiting for the long term. I don't care about the 6 to 9 year plan. Let it squeeze. The 6 to 9 year plan will still be there, even if it squeezes. Like Volkswagen squeezed. Didn't Volkswagen disappear? No. Volkswagen still exists. You can let this thing squeeze and the company will still be there tomorrow. So just let it happen. I've been skipping super chats because I've just been pissed off and ranting. So let's look at people probably telling me to shut the fuck up. And I'm off. BBYQ better come out next week after this BS, or other than the Colt Adam Cohen will have wasted the good faith. Yeah, don't waste the good faith of your investors. Don't fuck them on Fridays when options are about to go in the money. Ace Ventura, hey Houston, first time caller, long time listener. Do you think DFE is a sweet dude? I think he's definitely a sweet dude. I think he's a goofy guy. Yeah, he's got a better outlook than I do right now. Karen Mirza, well, let's make Monkey happy with a treat. How about FFIE? FFIE do anything? I saw tons of FFIE drones moaning on about FFIE in the chat of what's his of Keith. Oh, 61 cents. How about FFIE? Woo! Again, Zach Morris is going to prison on that one. Shall we do some more stinky beef? Oh, yeah? You want a nice paid-for treat time? We do 2 of them. How about that? Yeah? I think there might be more. I got a box from Michael Mystery and Rick. I haven't opened it yet, but, whew, come on, get up here. Probably more stinky beefs in there, right? You're a sweet dog. You don't care regardless. You got treats and a bed, and you just got to go for walks. That's all you need. You don't have to worry about where your food comes from or the roof over your head. It's just there, and you just get treats. It's manna from heaven. It's fantastic. That's the life I want to live, monkey. I want manna from heaven. I want people to reach down and scratch my head all the time. It'd be fantastic. Suljo Gozindik. What's your strategy for 760K? Seriously, day trading options. It goes up, you sell. It goes down, you buy back in again. It goes up really high, you sell, you buy puts, you write it back down. And you just do that a few times, and there you go. Every once in a while, you'd 25 or 40 exit in one day because it just happens to have a whole bunch of volatility. You get a little lucky. And then you think, oh, this volatility is going to keep going because now all these options have gone in the money, and tomorrow they're going to have to buy up a whole bunch right before close, and the stock price is going to fly. But not before they try hammering it down during the day, because that's what they do every single time you have a whole bunch of options in the money. It's a short step in, try to hammer it down, discover they can't, still have to go buy a whole bunch of options, and the price chart does a U. And would have done that today. I was going to sell my calls right at open, buy about 300 puts at the money, ride those down as the stock went down tens of dollars, rake in anywhere from 700,000 to 1.5 million off of that, buy around 7,000 call options at the money, and then ride that sucker back up into the afternoon after Keith's show. And that would have netted about $21 million doing those 3 trades. Yeah. Just man. Okay. Yes. Ace Ventura says, hope RC is happy. I used my Gam's cancer money to YOLO on calls, and now she's probably gonna die. Joking, or am I? Meow meow. What do you think DFE is doing about his options? Will he sell or exercise? He joked about exercising today, but I don't think he's exercising until probably the 21st. I think he's waiting, personally. He may do it before that. I might be wrong, but I think he's waiting for everyone's stuff to be in the money, the FOMO to hit, and to build all back up again. I just hope that before open on Monday, they announced they completed their share offering, and we bounce back another $10. That will give me a little nest egg again. Earnings call won't matter anymore because they released the earnings today along with the share offering, so they got that out of the way. Yeah. So there'll be a shareholders meeting on the 13th, which is Thursday? Yeah, Thursday, 13th. And maybe we'll find out about the merger acquisitions then. I know they're doing some sort of party. Please Dazzle, some sort of party in Brooklyn this weekend. Probably revolving around the Wu-Tang album, which will be headed off to Tasmania to be on display or be part of some sort of museum thing. It's really random, Tasmania. Okay. That's going to happen. Yeah. Do you think he'll sell exercise? I think he'll exercise. He doesn't sell. He's not the type of dude who sells. He exercises, and then he goes, now I have it. Don says, shade him. $2 is all I've got to donate today. Sorry, sad. That's okay. That's okay. I'm just trying to rub 2 pennies together at the moment myself. But brah. I mean, technically, I'm still up. I went from $700 to the moon, back down to 2,000. I reset my calls, and those went up, and I gained $500 today off of that. So I'm up to $2,500. So, yeah. Kirk's Ice Cream, you got greedy. Lesson to be learned here. It's not so much about getting greedy. It's about expecting your CEO not to murder your share price 2 of the last 4 Fridays. That's what it is. Just don't murder your share price 2 of the last 4 Fridays, and your shareholders can have some wins and be like, woohoo, I'm excited for everything, instead of dressing in all black and being mournful and absolutely pissed. Meow meow. Do you think another offering will come on the next Gamma Ramp? At this stage, we're 2 for 2, so why not? Jigashokla, not gonna lie, this morning was a gut punch. Yeah. Like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Come on, man. Low B's gifting some memberships, though, so Low B's at least, on the happy train. Doing some lurker fishing. Joseph Lee, Hazel A, Andrew VH Kong Fuzi, Kaylin Walker, and G Money. I'll get. Oh, and hey, it's Minkim. Yes, and Mija and Sleepy. Fantastic. Was that 10? 1, 2. Oh, D got 1 as well. So there we go. There's quite a few lurkers in there. So, hey, lurker fishing here on a Friday evening, as we, beat our head into the wall, thinking about what could have been. Underneath this shirt right now, I have a Seahawks shirt. Not just a Seahawks shirt, but this Seahawks shirt was purchased in the 2014 season when Darren Bevel and Pete Carroll had Russell Wilson throw at the 1-yard line rather than letting Marshawn Lynch run it into the end zone to win the Super Bowl. That is what happened today, is that we had Russell Wilson throw an interception at the 1-yard line. And we could have done something completely. We could have had Beast Mode be the hero for once, and just Lobi, membership gifted in honor of Gam Gam and her vaporized chemo funds. Ace Ventura is gifting. So Night Cow, 87, Nikodaru, Corporate Walnut, Swordfish, Theorems AMC, all getting memberships as well. So we got 1 lurker on that one, so that's good. And Javier's gifting too. Oh my goodness. Memberships are getting gifted like crazy today. Antonio Baez, Tony Yu, Coben Morris, Fred Jones, and Logic Dustbin, Alexander K. Alexander K deserves a membership because he has made so many of my great intros. Sometimes Sommelier and Cirque Invidiosa, 1892, and Mike Hausen and Leon Noel. Okay, fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. The gifts are happening. All right. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? I'm lost on an island here is where I am. Okay. Confusing Houston. For some reason, I don't feel too badly about today. I've been down before in the not so recent past, so I'm kind of used to it. I just have a feeling like good things are coming. Good things are coming. I have to say that. Good things are coming. I still have my shares. That still exists. That's still a thing. Good times are still on the way. It's just that like, I see a lollipop. And I'm like, oh, the lollipop's right there. And I go take the lollipop, and I pull the wrapper off of it. And I'm about to put it in my mouth, and then Ryan Cohen came along, took it, and just stomped on it. And I was like, motherfucker. There's more lollipops there, don't get me wrong. But that one was my lollipop. And you just smashed my lollipop. For apparently no reason. You could have smashed my lollipop after I finished it on Tuesday. But no, you smashed my lollipop right now, and it really sucks. And I wanted my goddamn lollipop. William Merritt. GLHF. I don't know what that means, but woo! GLHF. Globe Load Happy Fund. Good luck. Houston forever. Get a load. Have fun. Nicodaro, Houston. Bless your cotton socks, Houston. Let the venting proceed. Got to get it out. Can't walk around with a face like a slapped ass all day. That's true. It's part of the process of being a human being. Is you got to just vent sometimes. You got to just get it out, spit it out, let your mouth catch up to your subconscious and just work through everything. Sometimes it has to just be publicly. Sometimes it has to be to your therapist. Sometimes it has to be meditating at a wall. Right now, it's me yelling at 839 people on the internet for a day while wearing a shirt that is way too warm in this office that is just getting warmer by the minute. What temperature is it in here right now? Tell me, clock. What temperature? Count 77 degrees. Okay, it's getting warmer. I was really hoping to also get that win so I could get a giant central air conditioner for this house. That would have been fantastic. Well, yeah. All right. Yeah, yesterday, Pulte, he tweeted, like, would be a great idea for Ryan Cohen to do another offering, make another $1 to $2 billion. And I was like, fuck you, dude. Shut up. And then he did it, and I was like, God damn it. EB, Houston, sorry about today. Have a pint or two on me, or use this to build a sweet seed money for the next options play. Well, thank you. I will receive the YouTube funds, I think, on the 21st. So I'll get my meager YouTube funds on the 21st. Hopefully I can day trade my way into some YOLO with that. But you know what I'm hoping for? What I want more than anything is, I think the 25th is Charity Tuesday. Is that 25th? Yeah, this Charity Tuesday is the 25th. I want an explosion. I want just like confetti of the stock market before the 25th. So if we have like, you know, everything rockets and we do crazy things on the 21st and Keith exercises, and then we have just the craziest gamma squeeze in human history start on the 24th. The 25th is Charity Tuesday, and I want us to crush records. And I've been thinking about what our charity is going to be. I think I'm going to go back to the second charity we ever raised money for, and it's a charity called Second Story, and they are in North Carolina, I believe. They're a home for kids that had been removed from like abusive homes where they get, you know, tortured and abused and raped and all sorts of horrible things. And they raise like 90 kids a year. They feed them, they clothe them, they house them. These are like, people talk about, you know, orphanages or whatever. Like, these are kids who are removed from hopeless situations and need therapy and need lots of help. And it was our second charity ever. And I just sort of picked them at random. And we raised over $2,000 for that second Charity Tuesday I ever did. And it turned out it was more than 1% of the entire budget for this place. So I think I'm going to make this month's Charity Tuesday Second Story again. And if we MOASS, if we have a crazy gamma squeeze on the 24th, I fully expect us to at least pay for an entire year of operation for that place. So that's what we're going to do for Charity Tuesday on the 25th. And that's the goal. I always have a goal of $1,000. This goal is going to be insane. This goal is going to be the $235,000 they use to help 90 kids a year who are in terrible situations. So we're going to do that. Just FYI. So you keep that in your mind that 1, 2, 3 weeks from now will be that Charity Tuesday. So we better freaking have the MOASS begin by then. All right? Cool. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I keep losing my space because I've been distracted and frazzled, and like I was so ill I couldn't even eat today. I was just like, I can't have food. I'm not hungry, but I'm starving. My brain spent all night like baking and doing math in my head and planning this show to be a super duper celebration, like a goofball celebration. I was gonna have fireworks and confetti and like race cars and supermodels and stuff, and no, just black shirt, hot office, jar of water. Hungry Houston. Aaron's Hounding. I'm beyond salty. So mad and pissed off, Houston. I saw 108% gain turn to 6% down. Yeah. Marvin G, chance of Wu-Tang dividend exposing synthetics. Very high. Very high chance of Wu-Tang dividend exposing synthetics. So it looked like from what Pleaser Dow tweeted, it sounds like it's coming on the 13th, which is next Thursday, which is the shareholders meeting. So that's what we got to look forward to there. So come on, Pleaser Dow, at least give us some more hope. I would love to hear the album too, because it's Wu-Tang. Who doesn't want to hear some Wu-Tang? Wu-Tang. Michael 8. Any thoughts on maybe the government talking to RC into doing the 2-share offerings to stop the failure of the entire market? I don't know, man. No, because that would just seem like the government putting their thumb on the scale, and they're supposed to let this market be a free and fair market. I don't think they necessarily did. Ryan Cohen does have a plan. He does have a plan. He's going to use that $5 billion for something very specific. I just wish that he would enact these plans not on Friday mornings before open. Just pick another day. Or not Thursday evening after close either. Like some other day of the week that does not involve those days, okay? Even if he did it Monday morning, he was like, hey, we're going to do a share offering. Then at least we still have our gamma. So, yeah, Dick Peach, your buddy, it's only a lollipop. I want a goddamn lollipop. I don't think I have any lollipops in the house. There are some red vines, though. But smacking on some red vines during a show just probably sounds disgusting into a microphone, so I won't bother doing that. But thank you, Dick P. I will cheer up. I'll get over it. I just gotta vent and rant and, push little kids into mud puddles and whatever it is that gets me through it. William. Hiya, William. Okay. That's understanding. Dana Bachelor. RK was perfect today. My opinion. Just a day I wish I sold last night. Back in today. I know. I sold last night. I rejiggered. I was like, okay, I'm going to sell these suckers. I'm up this much. I'm going to buy a whole bunch of dailies that are in the money. Whole bunch of them. Just as many as I possibly get my hands on. And then when we open tomorrow morning, we're going to be up. It's going to go up overnight because that's just what happens when you're starting to gamma ramp. And when we open, I will have so much. And then instantaneously we closed. The stock price went in the 50s. It went into the 60s. Like during the 24-hour market, and it stayed that high the entire day. I was like, holy shit. If this is what's happening, we're going to be at between $65 and $90 at open. And it'll be probably the second highest opening ever for this stock. And what will happen, the implied volatility will be so high that I will be able to sell these suckers at such a crazy premium right at open, and then immediately turn them into daily puts and ride that sucker back down, because they will definitely, because almost the entire options chain is in the money at that point. And they can't have that, so you got to push it down. So you dump. Everyone else will be dumping their calls as well and like resetting. And so they dump. And then everyone resets their calls and they go, fuck, and they got to start buying them all over again. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And I was like, if I can get these, if I can do this, if I can ride this down, turn this into a huge chunk of change, buy upwards of 7,000 calls, dailies, or weekly, expired afternoon, in the money, and ride those suckers back up again, then I could afford to execute tens of thousands of shares, and I could hold so much more than I ever have in the past. It just slipped through my fingers. It slipped through my fingers. It got smacked out of my hand. That's what happened. Lucre Speed. I'm with you, Houston. Why kill momentum and screw everyone's options on a Friday? I believe in this play, and the RC has a plan. But if they don't announce something this weekend, we're fucked on Monday. I think they will announce that they completed their sales before open on Monday. The stock price will go up like $10 on that news, and then we'll build towards a hopeful gamma ramp at the end of the week again. But a lot of people, they threw their last little bits of change at options this week. And so, all that money's in Citadel's pocket at the moment, and other option writers and market makers. Just, man. Kelly Reed. Appearing dumb when you are smart. The Sun Tzu, Keith Gill is a genius. He is drinking a beer, dressed like a clown, purposely give the impression of dumb money. He knows exactly what he's doing. Exactly. I think that was his entire purpose. I think he did have a plan today, like an idea for a show, which was going to be the whole Ozymandias thing. Like, hey, we got this plan in motion. Nothing you can do about it. But apparently, there's something they can do about it, which is dilute a bunch of shares. So, yeah. So there's that. Okay. Confusing on a high note, No Labs is up today. No Labs is steadily increasing. I was really hoping, like if I got a win today, like what I thought I was going to get, I was going to buy like 5% of No Labs with that money. That was my secret plan. Like, I'll buy 5% of the company and just keep that off to the side and not even think about it. And didn't get to do that today. Chris Range, I did grab another XXXX of shares. Well, good for you. Is that a smiley face or is that a train? Oh, I think it's a smiley face. Looks kind of like like the cattle guard on a train, and the train just has two big heart eyeballs, but I think it's just supposed to be teeth. Kelly Reed, buckle up. I think you'll like this thing. I think so too. Where to Wander. Thank you, Where to Wander. Ian Clare, makes me wonder if the SEC strong arm Cohen. Oh, you read that one already, but just you posted it at another point. There's a lot of you chatting. I won't get to them. I will not even come close to getting to all your chats today because I had a really long rant, and I'm only 40 minutes behind in the chat, but there's 850 of you throwing them in there. So I'll try to get to what I can, and unless the chat pops up like blue, red, green, purple, whatever, I cannot guarantee to see it. Where to Wander. Does it indicate RC is sympathetic to hedge funds? I don't think he's sympathetic to hedge funds. I think he does have a plan. I think he's setting something up that is an absolute death nail. It's just that, like, I want my nut. That's all. I just want my nut. I just want to have it. I want to be able to wake up in the morning and have zero responsibilities. I don't want to have to think. I don't want to have to do. I just want the opportunity to just melt into a blob, at least for a short period of time, and then emerge as a completely different creature when I'm done. I want my butterfly. I want to be a butterfly. Is what I want to be. So I don't think it's sympathetic to hedge funds. I think he's setting something up, and I have little doubt that the hedge funds use those 75 million shares as immediate locates and then shorted the hell out of this thing instantaneously. So yeah. But that's it. Low B is, holy crap, Low B is doing some super lurker fishing. Sean Busey, BBJ, Daphne, David Wright, Cook de Capo, Iggy Limon, Cody Chandler all got memberships, and Mitchell Schooler, Jay Webb, KYP, Timothy Sudik, Levi, Spiffy, and Ben Lilo, Jika Shukla, Mike Wood, KCTB, David Horrigan, BP, Liquid Hammer, all got gifted. Holy smokes. Goodness gracious. Grand, happy birthday, Salty Houston. Salty Houston. Salty Houston wants to be Sweet Houston. But every once in a while, you just got to be savory, right? Like, you guys have seen me when I go on a rant. Normally when I go on rants, it's over like some sort of issue about civil rights or whatever. Today's rant is a very selfish rant. That's a selfish rant today. I acknowledge that. Everyone has their own selfish motives when they go into the markets to do things. That's the entire point of like the capitalist system is that we use our selfishness to somehow, create a society. But man, well, all right. Kelly Reed, happy birthday. Didn't know you and Kitty share a birthday. I share everyone's birthday. That's the beautiful thing about having 365 birthdays a year. Sometimes 366 is that you share a birthday with everybody on Earth. I was at my friend's little 3-year-old had a birthday party, so they invited everybody over. 3-year-olds running around having fun. And my friend's talking about, she's like, yeah, I share a birthday with my dad. Like, what are the odds of that? I'm like, 1 in 365. She's like, I feel like an idiot. But it's, that's how the odds work. But I share a birthday with everyone because I'm omnipresent man and I emerge every day of the year. Yeah. Just made me our boy hurting today, folks. Just a smidge. Gabriel Jacob. If only I took my calls before he went on. I lost 6K. 0 total calls far out. I'm salty too. Yeah. I had 9 55s that were actually for next week. And those went for a huge loss. They dropped Mold Monkey, like $17,000 down to 2. Is that what we decided it was on? And that's what I walked away with. But yeah. Where to Wander, I worry the announcement was too blunt RC. Thoughts? The blunt RC or the blunt RK? Stroke that chin. I think you meant to say RK. That's okay. Roaring Kitty, Ryan Cohen's. Yeah, buddy, right? Come up here and give me a cheer. Come on. Give me a little cheer up. I need to scratch your floppy little ears. Yes. Oh, no, Bobby. Helicopter ears. Helicopter ears. Helicopter ears. Woo! All right. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Maybe it would be like, hey, he isn't the god of the situation. We're the gods. We're the board. I mean, that's why they did it. Aaron Salentine, Houston. Can GameStop just buy back the known float with $5 billion in cash? Make this rock go to 1,000 or more? And then do an offering of 50K a share? I should work strategist accountant at GME. I think they're only authorized to buy $100 million in shares. That if they had that $5 billion, they have to have a shareholder vote on buybacks beyond that $100 million. So no, I don't think they could personally, but there may be a buyback involved. Here's what I'm thinking. Right, BBBY appeared searchable again on the NASDAQ. We have filings in the court that look like wrapping ups of things. We have Jake 2B sitting on a couch. I don't know if you guys picked that up yesterday. Jake 2B submitted a picture. He'd been quiet for quite a while. And then there's a picture of him sitting on the couch. And if you guys don't know who Jake 2B is, he's a DD dude. We had him on the show with Sal. That must have been October of last fall. And he was supposed to come on the show again, but I kicked off Twitter, so I had no way of contacting him after the event down in Florida. But he always sits on the floor in front of his couch, and his laptop is on the coffee table. And everyone always jokes about how he never sits on his couch. And it's the weirdest thing because your couch is right there. Why don't you just sit on it? And he tweeted out something last October that was effective, sitting on the couch is a reward. You don't touch the trophy until you win the game. And so him sitting on that couch is a trophy. And the rumor mill is that his deep dives into this and questions of the plan administrator and stuff resulted in him being offered information if he agreed to sign a non-disclosure agreement. And so he went dark. He went quiet after that. And so apparently, it's like if I sell out, I told you guys, you'll see a picture of Kenny G, the musician, up here, and you will know to never trust a single word I ever say. There'll be signs, right? Well, I want to prepare you guys. Someone offers me $1 gajillion to shill, I'll have no problem doing that. But I'm going to let you know that I'm a shill, because you will see Kenny G right where Next Level Chimneys is, and you'll know that I'm just a putrid monster spewing garbage at you from that point forward. Everyone has their price. I definitely have a price. No one's offered me anything yet to get me there, but I'd love if someone did. Name your price, man. Let me know. I will throw Kenny G up there in a heartbeat if it's the right one. And this guy, that's still there. Okay. Yeah. SJ, tough day, but merger acquisitions, Wu-Tang, RK's options. I know. I know. We're on a roller coaster, and I'm just on the down part of the roller coaster, and that roller coaster happened to go through like a puddle of water or maybe pee or something, and I splashed out the other side. I'm like, oh man, I'm really cold now because this roller coaster is going really fast, and I know that we're gonna get the loop-de-loop at some point. I'm like, woohoo! But right now I'm just drenched in cold pee, and that's the leg of the roller coaster I feel like I'm on right now. Okay. Did I miss? I got that. All right. Okay. I'm still not even to the start of the show in the chats. I need to get through these things. Lost waves are always salty. Am I? I might be. I don't know. You have to ask my girlfriends. All right. Luger Speed also tired people saying they want more dips to buy and let the shorts dig themselves deeper. We've had plenty of chances to buy, and shorts had plenty deep. Time for MOASS. Exactly. Just kick it off already. Just do it. I mean, maybe the entire reason they killed the Gamma today was not because they need the $5 billion to have in their account. It's because they don't want the stock price to be flying before they make their announcements. They want stock price to fly after their announcements. And that could be why they're like tampering this thing down. And every single time it starts to fly again, they tamper it down. They get themselves an even larger ammo cache for whatever it is they're going to do. Like maybe they had a plan like, oh, we'll spend $1 billion to do some merger acquisitions. And they're like, well, fuck, we now got $5 billion. Now we can do some serious merger acquisitions. Or we can take, 5% stakes in other companies and act sort of like an index fund that way. They can buy a little 5% of Google, a little 5% of Amazon, a little 5% of I don't know, Nvidia or whatever, and maybe not 5% of Nvidia, but just get themselves some pieces of these companies and that grow year after year, bring in dividends, show wealth, and then to be able to hurt GameStop, you got to start shorting all these blue chips they buy chunks of. It does open up a lot more opportunities. I'll grant them that. I just want my nut. That's all. Someone just nut on me right now. I just want it. I hope my mom's not watching the show. Sometimes she watches. She's like, "Why did you cuss so much that show?" I'm like, "Well." Okay, salty nuts. That's what we need. Fred Jones, oh boy, BBBY coming. I hope so. Lisa Sa, should Kitty wait till 21st June to exercise his calls? It's really up to him at this point. I would wait until they announce that the sale is over, so that they can't be like, oh, they got to find 17 million shares, but here's 75 million we can just buy right now. I would wait. Second birthday's out. Gabriel Jacob, we as people have quite a bit of salt. All right. Oh crap. Well, there's the reset of the chat, and I might be so far behind that I cannot catch up. Let's see here. Yep. So I just lost like an hour of the chat. So if you chatted between, not quite an hour, chatted between about 2:50 p.m. or at least my time, at least if you chatted between an hour ago and 20 minutes ago, your chats have disappeared forever. So I'm sorry. I apologize. Ask them again. Maybe I'll get to it. Kong Fuzi took our lollipops and gave them to Andrew Left. Yeah, Andrew Left, if he got out today, he made $4 a share on a short position. So, cool. Way to go, Citron. Yay. Oh, good luck, have fun. GLHF. Good luck, have fun. That makes more sense than like Gumball, Loogie, Happy Feet. John Greer, people listen, GameStop energy drink was shown in the live stream this morning. Really? Was it? GameStop energy drink. Fred Jones, let's focus on good things. My dog is yelling at me. See you later. Well, sometimes they got to yell at you, and you got to peace out. Lil B. Houston, remember how many licks does it take to get center Tootsie Pop? 3. 3 licks. I was going to lick that thing 3 times today. Sell, buy, sell, I'll have 4 times, I guess, buy, and then it'll be done. I was going to do 4 licks today. Where to Wander, you've inspired me to get out of AMC even when, if possible, because of Adam Aaron. That being said, I'm now worried about RC. He is a billionaire player. Do you think he's aware of retail and not going to fuck us? Is you mind hedging? In your mind hedging? In my mind hedging? I think he's definitely aware of retail. I think he is someone who is terminally online and a lurker. Sometimes I wonder if lurker fishing, someone has grabbed his account by accident in the lurker fish, and we just never knew. He's aware. He reads Reddit. He reads Twitter. He's online. He sees everything. So he knows. He knows that I'm salty right now. He knows that hundreds of thousands of people on Twitter and Reddit right now are salty as can be, and they're trying to look through the silver lining. And they're trying to trust that there's a plan. We're trusting there's a plan. But still, like, it's an eat your vegetables day. I don't want to eat my vegetables. I want my fucking lollipop. Okay. A lot of size. I'm going to sigh my way. I'm going to do so many sighs today that we could probably power the U.S. electric grid with my sighs. Ludwig Vladimir Dorner. But if the lollipop was for more BBY Teddy Pops, we'll be grateful. We will. I do have my BBBY. I do think that something's going to emerge from that, and I do think it's part of Ryan Cohen, that whole thing. But you know, there's only so much we can do when we don't know what's going on. Such as, I think there's going to be Gamma, and then they murder my Gamma, and then I go, ah, shit. But yeah. I'll build it up again. I'll do it again. I will go without sleep for another 10 days while sitting. Seriously, all night, every night. When we start to get volatility, what happens in my brain is I'm like, okay, I gotta look at the ticker at 6:30 a.m., which is the time that it opens for me. And I'm a night owl, so I usually go to bed at like 3. And because nothing's happening, I don't give a shit what goes on in the market all day long because nothing's happening. Who cares? But when the volatility kicks in, I gotta like rearrange my schedule. So I'm going to bed early. I'm like, okay, gotta go to bed early so I can wake up early and, you know, plot my plan for the day, check what the pre-market price is. If I need to sell right at open, I can do that and make some plays. But I don't fall asleep. I lay there from 10 p.m. until my alarm goes off doing math. I do math in my head all night long. I work through a bajillion variables. And what happens is I work through a bajillion variables as to what will happen, and none of those variables happen to ever include, hey, we're going to dilute on the day the gamma squeeze is supposed to begin. And I guess I should just assume that they will dilute the day the gamma squeeze is supposed to begin every Friday when we've got a boatload of shares in the money. That's, I guess, what I should just do at this point. Did we look at how many went in the money today? It was $25 was the open Max Payne. Do we have? Let's just see Max Payne, if Max Payne finished. So Max Payne remained at $25. Wait, no, that's not. That's yesterday. Refresh. There we go. Okay. Max Payne moved to $28 and it closed at $30. So, no. Whoops, you are not Chrome. Chrome me. Show me the Chromie. So we were at Max Payne yesterday was $25. Today it moved up to $28 before close, and we closed at $29. So we were $1 above Max Payne. So the options chain. Make sure this was at close 4 p.m. Was this today? This is today, right? Make sure I refresh that sucker. Okay, so we had 1,500, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We had about maybe 2 million shares about 2 million shares in the money. That's not gonna be enough to do anything. Though I think what will drive the price up will be the moment they say that they stopped. They finished their 75 million share sale, and then it went bing. We'll go up like $10 after that, and that might be enough to start some hedging for that following week, next Friday. Okay. Say, Sapien, you don't seem so sad sometimes. Swordfish like the lollipop reference. John Greyer, Kitty was drinking the new GameStop energy drink today. That's GameStop energy drink? I thought it was beer he was drinking. I couldn't tell. I was watching on my phone and the screen was this big and I just thought it was a green can of beer. But donkey, possible dividend? Well, they got enough cash now they can give dividends for. Let's see here. Let's just. I won't bother the calculator intro, but let's just look at the calculator here. We'll do some quick calculations. You now have 75 million. So now have 425 million shares, right? Oops, that's too many. 425 million shares. Wrong. And you've got $5 billion. So 4, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can do 11 quarters of $1 dividends. So for the next 3 years, without, if you just want to just give dividends, you can give $1 a quarter dividend for the next 3 years. And that dividend will be better than like half of the tech blue chips you see out there. So, yeah, if they drop that money into, they could take $1 billion of it, put it into some bonds. They can, acquire some companies that pay out dividends of their own, and they could probably make several $100 million a year off of that. And and hand that stuff out, and then become much more of a holdings company. And then GameStop just becomes one of the things that they're holding. And they'll probably have a president of GameStop, and then a president of CEO of G-America, who's like the overarching, champion, and so on. But yeah, you can start offering dividends. You can now start offering Wu-Tang's dividends, which I think they'll do, or at least give us access to it. Lindsay Amon, Jake said, we win in BBBY. He was sitting on the couch. He said he wouldn't sit on the couch until we won, so cheer up. I know, but still, $21 million. That is not mine right now. Scott, hot today in Seattle. About one put today. Did you get any puts today? I did not get any puts today. I didn't have a chance. It was already before I could do anything. And the IV was so high that the puts are within like $10, like of where the stock bottoms out. The IV was so high that you really don't make anything anyways off the puts. You need at least a $20 or $30 delta between that for IV, really high IV interest day like today. And then you can really rack it up. But if you buy puts at 40 and it drops to 30, you make maybe 5% off of it because the IV is so crazy high when that happens. So I didn't even bother. I wanted the stock to open at like $80 and then write it down to 40 or 50 and just be going yeehaw the entire time. Excited Box, RC needs a minimum of $2.5 billion to buy BBBY and pay off the debt so he can give us MOASS for real. No, he does not. He does not, because he controls about $400 or $500 million of that debt already. And then there's $1 billion in outstanding bonds. So he needs $1 billion, $1 billion, to control them. But he also can extend the opportunity of giving equity to bondholders, which would shrink the equity of the shareholder some. But he only needs about $1 billion. Because if he's the dip and Philo behind it, then he already has a huge chunk of it. So yeah, and there's hundreds of millions of dollars coming in from various lawsuits and reclaiming payments and stuff like that. So it'll probably end up being less in the end. But then you get between $1.6 billion and $10 billion in nulls, which pays off a lot in the end too. Ben L, where's the salt? You seem chill. Yes. Mohammed Mullen in Houston. You're a true human. I try to be human when I can. Wheat Wild. 4-part rant and comments. Gist. We lost 3.5 years losing to Wall Street, and now Jimmy fuck us. This is Adam Aaron's AMC all over again. 621. Going to be nothing burger. F Jimmy. Jimmy turned to dog shit. Fuck him. I mean, not so much like, I don't think it's over. I just had an opportunity today that just got snatched away from me, and that just sucks. It really does. It's like, I'm trying to think of another metaphor or simile I can use. Monkey analogy. What? It's like you're about to win the New York City Marathon, and you're running, and it's like Seinfeld. And instead of grabbing the cup of water, you grab someone's hot coffee and dump it all over yourself, and then you lose the marathon. That's what it feels like today. Like, I'm going to win this thing. Holy crap. I see the finish line. This is awesome. I'm the best. And then you just now have like 3rd-degree burns in your eyeballs and stuff. So that's just kind of where I am right now. Kung Fuzi Kitty as GME CEO would have destroyed shorts already. Probably. Just been like a targeted, guided missile. And that'd be it. Okay. Got canes, my butt hurts from the screwing. All right. Faz, Houston. You remind me of a Bollywood actor named Fardeen Khan. You should have a look. When you have time, you resemble him. Fardeen Khan. Will he join me and techno artist Dylan Francis? Fardeen, am I spelling that right? I lost the comment. Where was it? Oh, Fardeen Khan. Okay. All right. I can see this. Let's I can see a little bit. He's much more ripped than I am. I haven't been that ripped in a long time. But oops, you guys can't see a single thing I'm doing because the calculator's still up. I can do that to myself all the time. There we go. Yeah, he's like totally jacked now. Looks like he wasn't jacked at one point, and now he is like ruthlessly buff. So, okay. I see a little bit. Have you seen Dylan Francis? This dude is much more like... I saw him in a video once. He did like some sort of goofy video with his friends, and my thought was, I don't remember filming this. It was weird. It was weird. I think I have that same photograph of myself, and I don't have that shirt though. I would like that shirt. That's a good shirt. Yeah, that one wigs me out. I had to ask my dad if he like spent any time in Los Angeles in 1986 when this guy was being conceived. He claims he had not. So I will take him at his word. Okay. Lone Wolf, BBYQ, are holders of BBYQ screwed? I don't think so. I think holders of BBYQ are going to come out on top. And yeah, I think we'll be fine. Dylan Jalde. Do you think RK would have sent it if shares offering it didn't happen? I think the share offering definitely reduced the chance of him doing that by a lot. Yeah. Aaron 17, Houston with $5 billion, enough to give everyone $100 dividend share? No, enough to give everyone $11 total. Senate Sapien, no embezzling Charity Tuesday funds. Yes, I'm going to embezzle from the children who are getting beaten and then put into a home. Justin Marmon, Adam Aaron screwed over GME shareholders again with an offer, and you have been wrong about everything regarding GME AMC. Justin Marmon, I have been absolutely right about AMC every step of the way. I've every step of all the predictions and times I've gotten things right or wrong. My crystal ball in AMC has been spot on. My crystal ball in GME, not so much at this point. But AMC, yes, because Adam Aaron's an asshole, and I know exactly how assholes operate. The assholes are the most predictable people in the entire world. You look at some bunch of situations, you go, what would the asshole do? And you pick that one, and that's what that happens. Just like Putin's predictable, just like Trump's predictable. The assholes are just predictable. You can just kind of be like, that guy's gonna make the asshole decision, and then they don't disappoint you. They actually follow through and make the most assholish choice you could possibly make. Adam Aaron is 100% just asshole. So that's why the stock's at $4 when it used to be at 770. So, because assholes will do that to you. Fred Jones, before I go, here's a song by Jim Morrison. I've been down so long, it looks like up to me. All right. Boom, boom. Houston, in short words, how Dream on Me? I think Dream on Me was purchased by a shell company that was acting as a proxy for some greater good. And that greater good probably related to Teddy, GME, something. That's my guess. Yeah, okay. Where to wonder, we need GME board to explain what will be okay. Well, my guess is they'll explain on Thursday during the shareholder meeting, but they will be totally tight-lipped until then. But we'll find out shareholder meeting. And would that cause shares to rise on Friday for Gamma Squeeze again? I don't know. Yeah. Houston, in short words, how did you turn 760,000? Literally bought 4 calls. Those calls zoomed up, sold them, bought some puts, wrote it back down, bought some calls, zoomed up, sold them, bought some higher up calls, spread those out. Those end up triggering, got those, reset again. Like that's just, you just write it up and down. I can't remember all the trades because I've been sleep deprived for like a month now. But yeah, that's basically the game. And I did it in May. I turned $700 into it was like 50 grand, getting ready for the 17th to trigger those 30 million shares in the money, and then bam, slam back down, dropped to I think $1,000. Start all over again. Got that back up to 63K last night. It was going to be if it opened at 67 or higher, it would have been over $100,000 in there. And I was like, this is awesome. Here we go. And smack back down to $2,000. So if I'm just following the market, I can do it. If I'm getting like shot in the dick by the board of GameStop when they release some more shares, it makes it really hard to win off of the options plays. So close. I'm so freaking close. Volatility is your friend to let it ride on options. If there's no volatility, then there's nothing you can do with it. You can't ride it up and down at all. And sometimes you ride it up and you just sit and wait, and then it goes back down again. Then you buy back in, and you ride it up and you sell it, and then you wait and it falls back down. You don't have to do the puts. If the IV's really high, the puts really don't do any good anyway. But you can sell, wait, buy, wait, sell, wait, buy, wait, and just do that over and over. Quantum Shore, you dared hope, perchance to dream. Creek Chub, I feel your frustration. Since this isn't the first time this has happened, how concerned are you RC will do another massive, even larger offering on 21st when RK options are due? Believe me, that warning bell is in my head. You just better not, man. You better not. Like, what an asshole move that would be. Just the most colossal dickbag asshole move in the entire century will be to do that. Laza, go have a look at some of the candles people are posting. Shows price at $60 while it's hovering on 28. Oh, I've seen them. I've been getting screenshots all day. That like the candle shows $28, or the price on the graph shows $28, but then current price will say 58. It's happening over and over again. Weird thing. Yeah, Sci-Y. Sci-W. I know how the Squirrel and Ice Age movie feels. Yes. Excited Box. I've watched my shares go from over 100K profit to break even twice now. RC is doing what is best for all of us, and making selfish bets will only lead you to lose this play. I have my shares. Don't get me wrong. I have my shares. They're sitting there. They're not being touched. I've been adding to them all for the past month here and there. Because when you sell some options, then you buy the next round, there's like $100 left over. I buy some more shares with that. I've been adding to that. My shares have not been touched. What I'm trying to do is hedge for the fact that the government may step in and halt this thing, right? The DTCC may be like, this is too much volatility. We got to halt everything. MOASS will never happen. I'm trying to at least get a retirement out of the volatility while I can. Because if they don't allow this thing to squeeze the way it should squeeze, it might not be enough to retire on. So that's the play I'm making there, Excited Box. Is I'm playing, my hedge is the fact that there are powerful people who don't want this to happen. And so I'm trying to get what I can out of it in case they make sure it doesn't happen. Does that make sense? Like, and I would have gotten there today. I would have gotten there today and been one of those people who's like, I don't need to sell my shares because I'm already rich. I can be like Roaring Kitty. He's not going to sell because he doesn't have to. He's already rich. Who cares, right? So I could do that if I wanted to, had they not released the share offering this morning. But the sighs continue. But Donkey Kong, can we still get the supermodels? No supermodels. Supermodels are for winners. We're not winners yet. Love stars. Ryan Cohen will announce offering is complete. It will soar back up. Run keto exercise, and we'll be at 50 next week. Again, my friends, hold on. I wouldn't doubt we get to 50 next week. I have little doubt that'll happen. We're saying 150. Well, we might not get to 150 next week, but 50 definitely. 150 maybe around the 21st. Kevin Hornback, feel your saltiness. Was up 18K last night, now down a few thousand. Yeah. Richie K, what is the latest dirt on MMTLP and AST? Is it FUD or is there something afoot since AST was bought out? I don't think so. I think it's all FUD. There is no official QSIP for the stock. There are QSIPs that were signed by various brokers, and maybe those are attached to paper shares that got sent into AST. I don't know, but those things are what they are. Houston Wade ASMR. Me eating some red vines. Excited Box. When Roaring Kitty exercise, we were all going past Uranus. Make safe bets to build your rocket and aim for the stars. Woo! Love Stars took a 20K swing today. I know. It's just... Dan Harris is pissed. William Merrick can make me feel better. Keep it up. Don't see your shade. I bought an expensive cigar tonight thinking I'd be celebrating. Oh, man. I was like, I am going to have a celebration show. I will have done it. Oh, it will have happened. I will have been retired. I will be doing my shows next week on the road somewhere from like vistas and 5-star hotel rooms. That was what was going through my head. I was like, all right, we're Gamma, baby. We're good. And just Fat Cat, what do you think, man? Huh? What do you think? Did you eat all your food and all the asthma drugs that you can have in the entire world? Sean Busey, Houston. Did you see the short interest is double now than what it was in 2021? I'm not sure it's verified, but if so, that hole is getting larger. Well, the short sales are insane. I don't know about the verified short interest. Short interest is like the self-reporting thing, and the reporting rules are all goofy. Like the people who do it, like S3 do the reporting rules. But the number of shares sold short are dwarfing 21 for sure. Granted, we have more shares in existence, but percentage-wise, it's looking much crazier. Ryan rug pulled me. That's kind of how it works. Excited box. Anyone pushing these dumbass narratives, RC is doing this because the government or help hedgies doesn't understand this play. I don't think the government's behind it at all. Would not minus 45K from Friday. We're back. We will. We'll be back. It's just 3 times now. 3 times I've been 1 trading day away from retirement. 3 times now. For the last year and how many months? Year and 9 months. Blah, blah, blah. DFV's feelings being hurt over people saying his memes are low quality has me cracking up. His memes are pretty good. He put a lot of thought and effort and a lot of detail, I think, into them. So yeah, I think they're pretty good, actually. Fight guy, still too early to talk about that Super Bowl Houston. On a day like this, man. Mike C, today was inexcusable, man. Between the share announcement and in the morning and then the weird live stream, not sure if this was all GME, but man, they really botched today. Well, I think the weird live stream was on purpose to show the government that he's kooky and to leave him alone. Yeah. Brian Houston don't have a problem. Oh man, I got 99 problems. Big Fish out of wire suggest picking 21st or later expiry. Well, I mean, that's a safe bet. But you're not going to retire on a Friday with the safe bet. You have to get as many options as humanly possible and rock that thing as best you can. You can buy out the 21st and you get like 2 options. And then you sit in those 2 options. And then when it triggers, you're like, cool, I can buy a used Corolla. That's not how you're going to day trade them and get up in the world. You gotta take some risk. You have to get some weeklies. You have to get some weeklies that are executing really soon, especially when volatility is happening. That's the only way to be able to pump up that base. And then you have the risk of it all collapsing down like it did today. It's just I didn't calculate that they would do another share offering. It didn't even occur to me that that was a possibility. I was like, okay, they got the $2 billion. They're cool. Why on earth are they doing their share offering and screw us all over again? But boy, was I wrong. Man. Yeah. BMH, how long until someone unhinged blames RC and does something to him? I don't know. How many more surprise dilutions? I know you mentioned FINRA, et cetera, being afraid. I'm wondering if RC is sweating. I don't think RC is sweating at this point, but the patience is wearing thin if he doesn't come up with an amazing announcement next week, I think. Love Stars, just the Blue Swan event nobody predicted, but let's just remember Roaring Keith didn't sell. Keith doesn't sell, man. Candyman boomers at country clubs seeing CNBC on Bar TV, so RK in shades playing Coma. That was funny. He's just like, that was funny. Okay. Just Miami taking Houston Friday to save next Friday to save him from himself. Martin Wynn. So what happens now? Hope for another spark? There'll be another spark. There'll be more. The volatility is still in the mix. The number of short sales this week has been bonkers. Yeah, it'll fly right back up again at some point. It's just that I don't have the number of call options available to truly maximize that like I'd wanted. Dan Joe, can we just catch a fucking break, man? I'm so pissed. I bought 300 more shares of the dip. My hope is when DFV exercises, it lights the rocket. Mike C, hate to say it, but it's going much lower. Just watch. What's it been doing after hours? I haven't even bothered looking. We're still like 28 or so. 27. All right. Well, it's at 27. And there we sit. All I have to do is just say our share offering is complete and everything's fine. Love Stars, I think Ryan Cohen doesn't fully understand what's going on. I think he does, and it was very intentional to kill Gamma these last 2 times. I think it was very specific. I don't see the reasoning behind it, but the actions seem very specific and very deliberate. Yeah. Okay. Okay. William Davis is a perfect setup going into today. It was a wonderful setup going into today. Man. I keep hearing Susan say 13th for earnings call. Yeah, I mean the shareholders meeting is the 13th. The earnings call is the 11th. Shareholders meeting is the 13th. That's what it is. I'm just tongue twisted and frustrated and sleep deprived. That's all. Big fish out of water. Don't need $1 million to do nothing. Take a look at my cousin. He's broke and don't do shit. The thing is, I want to do my nothing somewhere other than like the front step of a single wide. That's where I want my nothing to happen. All right. Danjo, I bet DFV was pissed as hell too. It took him 25 minutes to settle down. I bet he had a tantrum during pre-market going, "Get the burger," and, I don't know, took a hit off his bowl and went goofy man. Mike Wood went to the Gamma Squeeze and all he got was his membership t-shirt. Thanks for the membership. Oscar Lamelli, I have 2,000 that I'm willing to YOLO. I have hundreds of shares, pretty comfortable, but I think there's plays to be made until MOASS. So Houston, what would you do with it? 2K. Well, exactly what I did today, which is I bought calls for next week at the money. So I have, at the time it was for $28. So I have 4 $28 calls for next week. And I have one YOLO at $115. Because, always get those YOLO calls. I had extra money left over. I'm hoping that the thing jumps $10 or so, and I can turn that into, get a little implied volatility in there, turn that into maybe, if I'm lucky, 4,000 or 6,000, and buy some more calls in the money, and just kick that notch up, and then some more calls in the money, and just start all over again. It's work. It's what you gotta do. You gotta stare at the little green line and go, is this the right time to boink? And you go, fuck, should have done 2 minutes later. And then you buy some more, and you just do that all day long. And yeah, and just don't get out of bed until the market's over. And I'm glitching again. Quit camera. Stop it. Stop it. If my internet's not dying on me, it's my camera trying to die on me. I have to get it. I think Michael Mystery sent me a new camera for when this one dies, so I got to dig through that box and figure out. Okay, I got 6 minutes until I've got to run away. I was really hoping to call in sick and then just never show up again. But no, 6 minutes and I got to run away. Mike C, earnings doesn't matter. They already underperformed. I thought RK would cover that up, but not with a goofy stream. Hey guys, what beer is this? Well, they didn't underperform because they shrunk their loss by like $20 million, but they post loss 3 quarters and then a giant profit for 1 quarter because they're a company where everyone buys everything for Christmas, and that's how a lot of retailers do it. Is that they post losses all year long. Do just enough to keep the lights on. At Christmas, they make all their money, and that's how they produce their profit for the year. Copy and paste guys, Jimmy puts. Well, good for you. Good for you, William. Top Houston. I don't see it as a selfish rant. I agree with you, and I think people who are not in the GME play would also agree. Well, yeah. The earnings call won't matter at all because they released the earnings today. So the earnings call will be like as per our last email, look at what we released Friday before open. Done. And they'll just read off the same numbers that were there. Scott, how's open interest on the 621 calls? Wondering if 621 is better or 628 for expiration. I'm shooting for 628 in the end. I wanted to have thousands upon thousands for 628. Actually, all I wanted was 100 at the money for 628, and then a couple thousand YOLOs. And but because I think the true squeeze happens the week after the leaps expire, because you're going to be putting tens of millions of shares in the money ideally, and then all that buying is going to have to happen on that Monday, and then we raise a bunch of money for kiddos on that Tuesday, and then I turn off my brain, sleep for 3 weeks, and wake up on a tropical island somewhere. That's how I think it works, honestly. But open interest in the 621s. Let's have a quick gander at the 621s. Okay, so we've got not so much, starting to get a whole bunch right at 12. 10, 12, 14, did not there. We're still at 147, so Keith hasn't sold a damn thing. 120,000 of those are his. We still got 22,000 at 25. We have 28,000 at 30. Those were in the money that times today and all day yesterday. 28,000 at 40. Those were in the money yesterday at close. 22,000 at 50. Those were in the money last night. 27,000 at 100. That's the big jump. So those are some people YOLOing. I mean, then we got 2,000 at 120 and another 20,000 at 125. So I do believe that we can, if GameStop doesn't dilute, I do think that we can close above this on the 21st. I think we could definitely have done it if we had let the gamma squeeze happen today. I say we, I mean if the board had let the gamma squeeze happen today. But implied volatility's dropped quite a bit on these, so the prices will be coming down. That's nice. That makes things, slightly affordable. So yeah, cool. Okay, got to 2 minutes and then I get to run away. Shall I scroll? Did I miss a super chat? Crap. I always forget if I get ranty and then I miss things. And I don't think I did. Okay. Did not miss one. Good. Big fish out of water. The odds that two people out of a crowd share a birthday is counterintuitive. The odds are, if you have 30 people in a room, it's almost 100% that 2 of them are going to share a birthday. And when I would teach my stats and probability class, I would always use this as an example. And I always figured that one year it was going to fail me and I was going to get it wrong, but it never did. Out of like 7 years that I taught that class, I would explain and do the math of like why that works out. And then people would be like, oh, bullshit. And I'd have them raise their hands. Okay, who's born in January? Like one person raised their hand. Who's born in February? 3 people raise their hand. I'm like, okay, when are you born? 8th. When are you born? 7th. When are you born? 21st. Okay, not you. All right, who's born in March? 2 people raise their hand. When are you born? March 15th. When are you born? March 15th. I'm like, ta-da! It happens every time. Growing up, I always had this kid in my class, the same birthday as me. So we're always, out of 30 people, we were the 2 that always had the same birthday. It's weird how it works out. And then you got twins, and that doesn't count. But it's very strange odds. Okay, moving on to something more substantial. Let's scroll down, and we'll get somebody down here in the low bottoms. Ryan Sartell. Roaring Kitty could make billions and wants to keep it and not be charged with stock manipulation. This somewhat odd live stream could have cleared his name. Genius? I think it was done on purpose. To show like, hey, I'm not selling. Should I exercise? Right? Like he's pointing out, I'm going to exercise. I'm not going to sell these stocks. It's not a pump and dump because I'm not dumping. Like, the stock may get pumped, but without a dump, it's not a pump and dump. And he's he will have so many shares. He'll have 17 million shares that even $20 a share, he's going to be worth over $100 million. So who cares? Like, he's still going to be rich regardless. And I think that's the lesson he's trying to get, any authorities or short sellers who are watching to understand, is that he's not selling. He doesn't sell. He just buys, keeps it, and he's like, good to go. And then maybe he'll make other plays in the future borrowing off of that. I don't know. But that's what rich people do. So, all right. For myself, the dog on the floor, the cat on the ottoman. Have a good day, everybody. Have a good weekend. I will simmer down. I'll see you guys Monday for hopefully a better mood and a brighter shirt. But today, the black shirt is what gets worn on the man in black. All right. Have a great day, everyone. I will catch you later.
Houston, we have a problem.
Whew. What a day.